Yeah, hello.
Yeah, hello.
Greeting
hello.
again. Okay, so I will load up a question for later. What do you mean? I can ask your question.
I have a question. Why is random?
I don't think the title has changed. Fuck! I forgot to click OK.
Oh yeah,
I did it,
it's
but I
indeed.
forget. Because I had to restart OBS because it opened twice and it was glitchy.
So what'd you do, Dio?
People will be like, that's not an android I'm seeing on my screen. More important, this isn't Sid Meier's Civilizations 5.
True.
Oh well.
Also,
it could be.
hi
Let's
Vavro,
push
how are
this
you
to 5.
doing?
It could be Civ 5. I have
Okay,
a
We could just
stay
step 5. And we can lie to Egg and say we did stuff without her. She wouldn't check the stream. She doesn't.
And done. There we go, it should have changed. At work the other day we talked about how it's fine that it's bad that nobody knows Tom Clancy actually is, but then nobody cared when I asked who Sid Meier is.
French and the Russians.
Do you use a Civ player? Is
You guys
this
want to
messed
ran
up?
us from doing Fate 2 streams Civ and not tell anybody? Also, I'm on the headphones.
Yeah, you're cutting up.
I am cutting
Also,
up?
Oh, good,
audio
she's finally
quality
dying.
took-
Ah,
that audio quality took a nosedive.
maybe I shouldn't do VTubing, maybe I should just do the small thing.
It's an internet question. You don't cut up because of lag. That's not how it works.
You think?
You cut out because somebody in the clouds, let's say, in heavens, doesn't like you personally.
Yeah,
That's,
I put my money on Michael.
it's fine that it's bad that nobody knows Tom
I mean, that does make
Clancy. Finally died.
Have you tried turning your computer off and on again?
But then nobody cared and asked who Sid Meier is. Don't. Is Sid
We talked
Meier
about who
known?
Sid Meier's is.
Is he known for anything other than
He's a game designer. He puts
Civilization?
his name on a lot of the stuff he makes.
I mean, same for Tom Clancy. Is he known for anything else than Rainbow Six Siege?
Fucking
Oh, I want to know.
Splinter Cell? Which I also
Sounds
didn't.
like
I never heard.
play.
Oh,
Rainbow Six and everything.
Huh.
It's not because he's a game designer. It's because all the games are based off books he wrote.
Might be using you as the subway surfers to get me through a boring section of FF14 class.
Is that so? I didn't know that.
Okay, have fun.
oh my god.
He's been dead.
You are Subway Surfers. Good job.
The fact that subway surfers is a noun.
Yeah, internet age.
Yeah, let me get to the game. Ready to read?
Is there a way I can pop up the chat as just a viewer? I wanna see chat and the stream that you make. Oh wait,
Yeah, you can just pop out the
I can
chat.
just.
Which
I can't.
messed up. Are we
not
comparing
that
the
good, you know.
Zoomer brain content?
So I guess that will work.
Okay. And I should take over as Rin, yes?
So, given that there are 2 girls here, we should follow the fate trend of inexplicably people thinking that Saber is Joan of Arc and pass it to the Frenchie. You can have Reen. That's a meme in the universe, by the way, is that inexplicably people confuse her identity.
Saber
Wow,
faces.
Ben, you sound awful.
It's incredibly stupid. You do too.
Oh my god.
Thank you.
You asked for this.
No, you can change your mic and
You can change your
change your
input.
input.
Do you
Fine,
teach them
fine,
what
I'll
I
do it
told
right.
you a lot? Which part? About saber faces? Oh yeah, that the artist just really likes that face.
Lily voices Saber, you voice Reen.
Hi, girlies. Can you hear me?
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is better.
You are clear.
Okay, cool. So there's a phenomenon. It's a meta joke called saber faces. The artist Takeshi Takeuchi likes to draw saber, and so a lot of characters have been made to be saber lookalikes. One of them being Jeanne d'Arc. So,
Oh,
and it's literally a joke. It was a known thing that he liked to do. So when the author wrote the prequel light novel, he decided to have one of the insane characters confuse the two of them to everyone's annoyance. So, in other words, I'm giving saber to the Frenchie.
And then they're not saber faces,
Okay.
they're Hisu Ikohaku faces. Yeah, that
I am now imagining Saber as a French bulldog.
I designed the different characters for
I
different
think that's not
movies
allowed.
first. And that
Unless you want to take
sabers.
Dia,
That's me.
unless you want to take saber instead of green, you won't get both though.
I'll take green. Because I do voice her
Okay.
in extra.
Meh.
You voice everyone in extra, so
How do I impersonate Egg? That's not possible.
You don't impersonate Egg. Instead, so the problem with Reen is that Reen's affect is a supremely confident person who knows that she is beautiful and good at things and will get what she wants by bullying and bullheading straight through by simply being the person that somebody else expects they won't be. In other words, the antithesis of your personality.
so then it's good. It's acting even more.
Yeah,
so like
I
Dia,
can act
you're at
confident.
you're at the start of the race. Meanwhile, Reen started at the finish line.
No, you can act arrogant and then lose the Warcraft game and cry.
I do that.
God.
Confident? I don't know. I'm just warning you that confidence needs to go at least a couple of layers deep. If it's too obvious, anybody pokes it and you're a gag character, which Reen only is when technology is in the room.
So there's something you have in common with her.
Rin glazing is another.
Reen is a technophobe.
Most mages are, to be fair.
Yes, but it doesn't make sense for Reen because her normal life requires her to interact with technology a lot. So she bullshits her way around it and has other people do it for her.
This is true. Carnival
Most mages simply don't interact with normal society very much, whereas Reen refuses to give up on her full double life. She wants to be the popular girl honor student and the mage's mage. So she gets in trouble for that.
It's so bad she can't even press a single button on a DVR to record an episode of a show for Shiro.
Can we get to reading now?
No?
Never.
Nazi, should she be allowed to read now?
No.
Okay, well if Nazi says you shouldn't, then you can.
That's not possible. This mansion has a bounded field set up to alert the residents of any intruders. We may not be able to avoid being attacked, but we should be able to detect attempts at an ambush. If that happens, Saber should have time to rush to Shiro's defense before he's attacked. So she can go ahead and take another room.
So is that my turn?
Yeah.
Yes, girly.
And
How do I know who's talking? That seems like something that should be obvious in a visual novel.
So, one, they usually have a pose change. Two, you can guess by context. And three, if you're not certain, the person in control can press A to try to get more context. Or whatever the click button is.
Uh-huh.
yeah, and also
Okay,
as for
and-
Saber's character, She is a
Yeah, that's what I want.
knight. She is pretty
It's okay. Saber's shtick is that she is somebody who thinks the solution to all problems can be achieved if you follow the rules properly. But her rules are from the 6th century, so they may involve killing people for fun.
That's
Oh.
fun.
Also, she got very used to pretending to be a man
Yeah, true.
This is girlfriends? Okay.
and being a man too, depending.
Okay, the secret is that we found out that go full-on classical femininity only made for boring, shallow people used as collectibles. And so, some variant of girlfriends is gonna be pretty common. You're gonna have to take back some of what the men stole, because we took all the fun stuff. A fun trend throughout history is that men will make it so that all the activities that are fun and that you can tell a story about will be gendered male, and all the boring, tedious activities that aren't fun to describe are gendered female, so that girls are constantly doing support work for us to be able to tell stories about how great we are.
Emmys.
That's
Also,
man, am I right?
Saber was very against becoming a collectible herself, so she was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna collect all of Britain.
Building
That's
a
a good
magic
thing, actually.
hexing, Magecraft does what technology couldn't. Tech advances, Magecraft declines. Tech is essentially alien and the taboo.
So yeah, as technology advances, Magecraft declines, but right now there's something of a stable equilibrium because major technological changes have not been going on for a while. Mankind stopped having dramatic changes in anything other than information technology after the 1970s.
Yeah.
True.
And that said, Magecraft doesn't decline very much when technology declines, but magic does.
And also,
What is conventionally called magic is the art of the impossible.
Oh yeah, should we
Whereas
know?
Magecraft-
Is Saber British?
yes.
No, she is not. She would
Oh.
belong to an ethnic group that would be called the Romano-British, which is a mixture of local Celtic tribes and the leftovers of the Romans who came to colonize, populate, and guard the island during the era of Roman Empire occupation. These Romano-British don't very strongly resemble the modern-day English in their ethnic breakup because Anglo comes from the Angles, a specific tribe of, I think, of migrating Germanics of some kind. I think we probably would have called them then. Ethnography is not a strength now, but Anglos and Saxons, hence Anglo-Saxons, are tribes that migrated to the island of Britain during this time period. And in fact, much of the story of Artorius, the Roman general of the age, and of King Arthur was about fighting back against those invasions. An imagined vestige of the Roman Empire that held on
Interesting.
against the tides. So in fact, if you were to try to take this from an ethnographic perspective, there's at least an incidental chance that Saber would think that the English suck. You invaders, you took my goddamn island, I'm gonna kill all of you. The classical capital of Roman England, of Roman Britain, as they would have called it, would be Londinium, which was a city that later gave its name to a kind of settlement that built up around it. The center of that settlement that the Romans made is the modern-day quote-unquote City of London, which, that's its full title, City of London, which is a semi-walled settlement built on the old Roman one that is, even to this day, a major financial center for the world, kind of the rich district among rich districts of London. It is still its own legal entity in some regards.
City of
Interesting.
London. In London.
The city, yeah. Unsurprisingly, the Modern Day Mages Association claims some of its legitimacy probably through Merlin. And so, of course, there's all sorts of stupid, claims to, the legacy of this age. Everything is stupid. Literally Big Ben is the headquarters of the mages. They
That's
literally...
so funny.
They have... They literally... The metonym, the object that stands in as also, the organization itself, would be the Clock Tower, is another name for both the location the Mages Association is based out of and the Mages Association itself. Another example of a metonym would be, for example, the Iron Throne in Game of Thrones. The throne itself is a physical object, but when people refer to loyalty to the Iron Throne, they mean the institution of kind of the Empire of Westeros. See the Holy See for the Pope, or the Chrysanthemum Throne for Japan, the Dragon Throne for China, etc., etc. The crown itself, an object, but also the authority and institution. And for the Mages Association, that metonymic object is the literal clock tower Big Ben.
That is hilarious.
It's ridiculous. I need you to understand that Fate as a franchise wants to be partly absurd because reality is stupid.
So Big Ben as headquarters, that works.
Yes, I just want you to know that, even the supernatural people of the age still recognize the importance of large phallic objects named for men.
Big Ben? Oh my fucking god.
Yes, I did walk you into that.
Yes, the clock tower and my neighbors who don't go outside are actually fucking vampires. Don't you about Atlas? What about
All right,
Atlas?
shall we? All right. So we're not going to talk about Atlas because Atlas's place in the lore is weird and tends to change per adaptation. If I remember right, the person who's in charge of Atlas changes a lot based on what timeline you're in, and there are like 5 important timelines. There's Tsukihime worlds, there's Fate worlds, there's Fate Grand Order, which is a major deviation from Fate worlds. There's Karano Kyokai worlds, which are, I think, closer to Fate worlds actually. And then there's like the far future in Notes, and it's. I want you to understand the Nasuverse is a collection of similar but not the same timelines. Basically, no 2 stories actually are directly related in this entire franchise. There's an event that's meant to happen. There's an event that's meant to happen called the Aylesbury Valesti ritual, which gets talked about a little bit in one of the side materials. And that ritual going awry drains all the mana from the world, which is what leads to Fate Extra.
Gets them to the moon?
Atlas is the
Say it again?
company that made the Persona series, yeah.
I was talking about the institution of Atlas and Fate. Why would we be talking about Persona?
I think that's an obvious joke to make.
Persona X Fate collab game 1.
No.
Oh no.
I mean,
There
the
has
problem
been
is...
the Honkai Star Rail Fate collab.
The thing is, there already is something that resembles what a Persona Fate collab would look like. You could turn into a servant or copy their powers. And it is the Yuri Little Girl Magical Girl spinoff, Collide Liner Prisma Ilia.
Oh my, what? How do you know this, Ben?
I know everything! How do you not know this yet?
That's true, you're an encyclopedia, sorry.
Fate is one
Supposed to
of
Atlas
Ben's
the big
like
finger.
cherished
not-
franchises.
It honestly isn't. I'm particularly interested in more or less just the characters from Stay Night, and this is just from a wiki crawl. However, a friend of mine wanted to watch Prisma Ilia, and by the way, none of you should. It's
I
bad.
know. I've seen it. I've seen clips of it.
Inexplicably, the movie sequel to it is really good, or movie prequel to it is really good, which is incredibly annoying. They made a really bad show, and they're like, let's make the prequel movie good so people try to watch this show. That sucker.
Also, even when Shiro isn't the main character, he still has a harem.
Amazing.
Yes, the running joke is that roughly half of the characters have decided that soft boy, no superpowers, younger Shiro is like the greatest man in the universe and they all have crushes on him. And the joke is that he is just regular harem protagonist who's oblivious.
Also, apparently, in the there's a manga to go along with that too. Of course, you know, Ben.
It's where it comes from. Yeah, the manga was originally basically fan works and it got sanctioned by Nasu because he thought it was funny.
And they've actually started to do stuff with Shiro. Because there's like
Of
time
course they
travel
have.
involved.
I mean, the thing is, if you've got Shiro around, he's got a copy of himself on the Throne of Heroes. So all you need to do is get that data and upload it. Somebody's basically pre-prepared a package of the software needed to make him powerful. You just need to get him access to it.
Ah. Usually they
The Throne of
do.
Heroes is where heroic spirits come from. It's kind of it's a storage of Alaya, of mankind, of our collective will. It's,
You're blowing up.
our psyche. It's our psyche screaming out, "I need a hero," and so the will of mankind saves copies of its great heroes to summon if everything goes to shit.
Interesting.
Shiro gets himself put there, so in theory, in any timeline, a version of Shiro could just get that data and then become a hero.
That's fun.
And then rescue the princess and then lay the dragon.
Yeah.
I know what you said, and we're ignoring what you said.
Yeah, 'cause it wasn't
And so
much
that is actually that is what actually happens in Prisma Ilia, is that somebody accidentally gives Shiro the ability to get a blank heroic spirit container, and it immediately keys onto him and is like, "Oh, you're a heroic spirit. I'm a high school student. You're a heroic spirit," and then he is. He's incredibly lucky that a version of himself is on the Throne of Heroes already. So essentially what he got was like a blank pass to copy it. It was incredibly stupid.
Also, yes, Rin still falls in love with Shiro.
I mean, there's theoretically a version of Reen in the Throne of Heroes too, but only
Yeah.
theoretically. This happens for a lot of the characters because, and this is true, video game franchises cannot stop trying to print money. Gacha will ruin everything. Mankind will drown in a sea of fake waifus.
Yay!
We're all gonna die. Anyway, this goes on too long. Nuzzy, stop indulging me. Lily, read your line. You need to be awesome and also somber, but also secretly vulnerable. Go.
But also,
Okay.
do you want a recap? Because Lily has no idea what's happening.
No.
Okay, so on the one on the left is King Arthur, and she can kill people, and it's cool. That's your recap.
Okay. That may be true, but
She would, unless
Yeah.
she's upset, she's never gonna talk fast.
oh, then why don't you take the room
No,
next
that's
to
Rin.
Shiro?
Actually, that's
fine.
Rin.
That's
Oh.
Reen.
How do I?
The quotation marks.
You
are-
can
the quotation
Yeah, the
marks.
Actually,
quotation marks.
the reason you can tell is because she refers to Shiro as Emiya when she addresses him.
Mm-hmm.
This is actually a neat little bit of dialogue because she's referring to Shiro as Shiro, but when she talks to him directly, it's Emiya. She's saying, "We are close, but I still demand the right to call you by your last name to assert some distance between us." So she's basically trying to say she controls all social ranges. She can be close and personal, or she can be distant, and it's up to her. That's why she
Also
uses both of
Japan.
his names.
In Japan, unless you're close with somebody, you generally don't refer to them by first name.
Yeah. Known fact. Then why don't you take the room next to Shiro's?
Really, Pa?
You're fine as long as you two don't share rooms, right, Emiya?
Tosaka purposely calls me Emiya at the end. Tosaka, that's a bit of a misconception.
I'm saying it for your sake, so it's justified. Anyway, I wonder which room I should take.
Tosaka takes her luggage and heads towards the mansion, putting an end to the conversation. He seems cheerful, like a student picking a room at a school trip. And terrifying. The way Tosaka carries herself so self-assuredly mesmerizes the two of us. And we both watch her go in stunned dismay.
It's just you looking at her butt.
Real.
I understand this main question.
We all leave the dojo and head back to the house. For the time being, I need to give them all a tour, so Saber can select her room. This is the Japanese-style room. If you head towards the back, you'll find the living room, bathroom, and other communal spaces. get to the guest house if you walk along the veranda corridor towards the detached side of the house. Seems like Tosaka wants to go that way. As we walk, I explain where everything is.
Hey Bennikins, I've told you we're watching Carnival Phantasm and I'll finish if I wanna join when it's time.
What?
I'm reading y'all's message.
Answering chat.
So I'll answer.
So Carnival Phantasm is funny, but only if you have context. So that makes sense.
Mhm.
I'm not even sure if she's listening, since Saber's just following me without reacting to a single thing I say.
Really?
Okay. I do not need to know the layout of the house. I just need to know where your room is, Shiro.
My room is this way. It's pretty far into the house.
Then please let me hear. There is something I wish to discuss with you privately.
Well, okay, ma'am. Privately? That means it's something she doesn't want Tosaka to hear. Yeah, you can have it, Nuz. There's nobody else in the scene from narration. Or apparently not. I don't think Tosaka would hear us since she's in the detached area of the house, but I can't forget that she's still a master. You could just as easily listen in. And besides, the veranda's hardly a place to talk in private. Here, this is my room. Notice how incredibly minimalistic he is even for a Japanese person?
Yep.
Has nothing. Literally no
he has-
belongings. What the hell?
What's really funny is that de facto Shiro's room is the garage, the shed, because he's a little bit of a gearhead. He likes to understand how things work. We do learn, from other Fate stories that he particularly does like the way that machines operate, and that way he's kind of the opposite of Reen. So it makes sense that in a place where he's supposed to keep everything clean, he just doesn't own anything, and all the items he plays with are just in the shed.
Also, because Shiro is technically a bad mage, he's fine with machines, because also all the time he spends with them. Meanwhile, Reen,
Yeah.
a good mage, is bad with tech.
Spoiled characters.
Honestly,
At
Shiro's
first
room is
melting in
gold.
space.
I also hate stuff. I personally really hate stuff, so I really wish my room were minimalistic. I need to throw more things out. One of my favorite people that I read scholarly articles from had a line that got famous, which was, "If you are not wishing at least once a month, I shouldn't have thrown that out. You aren't throwing enough things out." In other words, you should throw things out so often that you regret it at least once a month.
Wow.
But if you have nothing to throw,
Well, then you have achieved nirvana, and Buddha himself will drop down out of the heavens to chat with you about trees.
yay!
Which, by the way, he's part of the savior class.
Shut up! We're so not talking about extra. We are so not.
You mean Buddha isn't servant and extra?
Okay, well, obviously Buddha is a servant. Yes, Buddha is an extra.
What
Jesus
the fuck?
Christ is a servant.
No, it's honestly not It's not surprising that Buddha is a servant, to be honest.
It's honestly not.
Insane.
It really is not.
Jesus Christ and Buddha, what the? That's...
So Jesus can't be a servant because he's too powerful. But he's not a heroic spirit. He's a divine spirit. He's literally too divine. So while you could in theory summon him, you would need something particularly powerful, and you'd probably need either a stronger class container, or you'd need to very much limit what part of him you're summoning.
Grand
What the...
savior.
Jesus.
There is, however, a class that is probably deliberately made for Jesus, though, and it's called the ruler class.
Oh.
Probably, yeah.
The context of why it's called that is not relevant, but it's essentially an oversight of bad planning.
Muhammad and Moses
It-
are also.
I'm still waiting for your line, Lily.
But you're talking! Anyway. What? This is your room, Shiro.
No, so you can have narration again.
All right. The moment we step into my room, Saber's eyes widen with surprise.
Ben?
What's wrong? I don't think there's anything around here that should surprise you like that.
No, it is that there is anything. What? No, it is not. Oh my god, sorry. No, it is not that there is anything that surprises me. It is more that I am surprised that there is nothing here. You are certain this is your room?
Lag. Why would I lie to you about that? I only come here to sleep, so it makes sense there's nothing here.
I see. I just did not expect that. I imagined you to be a collector of some sort.
That's why you go to the shed.
A collector of women.
True, but he doesn't keep those in the shed. He keeps those in his house, which has slots for extra women.
I was expecting you to double down and say, yes, he keeps them in the shed.
I was not going to say that in a public venue where somebody might say, hey, wait a minute, what is wrong with you?
Howard. Saber steps into the Japanese-style room, running her hand along the wall and sliding paper door, feeling its texture. Her touch is gentle, as if contact with these things will let her learn their history, see their memories.
By the way, this is what we call foreshadowing. This whole conversation.
I am glad. Your room may seem sparse, but it feels like it has been treated with care. It looks drab, but I can feel the warmth here.
Warmth? Well, I guess that's true. Maybe it's how this mansion's been structured, but this room is cool during the summer and warm in winter. My old man was impressed and said I chose well.
Yes, a room is a reflection of its owner's personality. The state of this room left me concerned about your disposition, but now my impression of you is as it was previous to coming here. She can read people's mind with the room, touching the walls. What the hell is that power?
I've told you before, if you want to know something about somebody, don't ask them. They won't know the answer. You kind of have to learn about people from experience, from context.
Fair.
And Saber has a lot of experience with that forte. Saber sounds relieved, but I don't really understand what she's trying to say.
Who's dinging me?
Also, while I'm waiting for Dia to press the button, if you
We're
notice,
always waiting for Dia.
Saber does not use contractions.
While waiting, we
At
have
least
pressed the
not right
button.
We were waiting for you again.
And you want to talk to me privately about, did you read that line?
Dia, this has all been read so far.
Yep. I think Dia
What?
might be bugged.
I didn't
We
hear
are
it,
sure,
but
Dia.
okay.
You literally have me and Ben both saying it.
Oh, me too. I heard
Frankly-
everything.
You only need me, after all. My vote does count more than everyone else's. Combined.
Die.
This is a stable joke around here that the four of us, usually Egg, are a democracy, but I have 4 votes.
5. Don't fucking try and make yourself sound better than you are, Ben.
No, it's usually only four votes, because the only other person who's worthy to join the quorum is Zep, and she's the only one who can overrule me.
But she has 6 votes.
Well, actually, she doesn't need to vote. We serve at her pleasure. She can simply dismiss Parliament.
A very odd choice of words that I know was intentional.
Yeah, we can keep reading.
Anyway, it's Shiro's
Okay.
line
Okay.
to move.
Okay. Yep. So, what did you want to talk to me privately about?
2 things, both of which I would like to keep between the two of us. Is that alright?
Huh? Well, if you say so, I don't mind. But at least tell me what they are, or else I won't know whether it's good or bad.
Both are bad. At the very least, I do not want any of the other masters knowing this.
From Saber's expression, I'm guessing this has something to do with our shortcomings.
Shortcomings.
She is short.
And no, before Dia gets any ideas, it's not a short joke.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
It's your line, Ben.
Yeah. No.
Okay, unless you press the button, we're still on short. Oh, it froze.
Yeah, it's the stream's issue, I guess. Because I did press.
Well, actually, Dia, we've talked about this. There is no lag. It's you're lagging. Okay. I think I get the gist of what's on your mind. Go ahead and tell me what it is.
Okay, I think I got this. Oh no, fuck, I'm them. The first thing is about a summoned servant first obligation. I am afraid I cannot fulfill that obligation, so I would like to apologize in advance.
Guys, I think we might not be able to do this today.
Same.
What? Is my screen
Oh,
share
I think
that
Dia
bad?
might... Huh? A servant's first obligation?
Revealing my identity to you. Have you not heard it from Rin?
About who you are. Oh, you mean your real name?
Servants are heroic spirits. They are heroes who have made a name for themselves throughout history and around the world. They conceal their identities as well as their skills by using class names. A servant's true name isn't something to reveal lightly. But their masters should know. Without knowing their identity, masters won't know a servant's strengths and abilities. Master and servant are one. The pair simply can't battle effectively if one has something to hide.
Should make noisy louder.
At least, that would be the case if we're talking about a normal master. Knowing Saber's true name won't change the fact that I still can't use her with her full potential. Oh, there we go. Okay.
Crash.
What crashed?
Well, she minimized the application, so
I can't believe you did this to us.
Yeah,
get to be
stream
mid-
paused. I'm so
you
sad.
get to be mid-sentence. How?
Lily, you should be embarrassed. I can't believe you date that.
My
I
fucking god.
love her, you know. I love that, you know.
You love when people get interrupted because the internet doesn't work.
It's not my fault, I have a geographic disorder.
Okay, well, have you
It's called
considered...
Russian.
That's the joke, Nosy. Yes, thank you for
Yes, I know.
doubling down on it and ruining it.
Yes, I do.
So why is your net being particularly bad today?
Maybe it's because I'm streaming to 4 people. Plus also Twitch.
So is this going to be a problem no matter what we stream?
Don't know.
Does this mean we need to sacrifice Lily to release some of the tension of all this overhead? We're gonna need
I
to kill her.
legit don't think it will help. Why blame me?
Well, you also have a geographic disorder.
Because I'm in France. Yeah, got it.
No, you're literally inside the hex.
The hex?
What you need to
The
do
hexagon.
is go buy several baguette breads and sacrifice them to the bread gods.
You've never heard of France called the hexagon?
Yes, of course. I have heard
Yeah,
of the
it's-
hexagon.
Mm-hmm.
So you think I should? Okay. So I'm gonna leave for a bit, and you see if it
I
works
hate
better.
you.
Okay?
Great. We never
Tell
wanted
me,
you around.
Tell me in 2 minutes or something. I don't know.
Die.
Oh my gosh,
Okay, let's keep
I'm gone.
Celebrate!
Let's celebrate and get drunk.
Don't
Okay,
give
I'm gonna
Dia
say
any
top.
You
ideas.
didn't just get cut off.
I'm gonna go from the top again. At least that would be the case if we're talking about a normal master. Knowing Shaper's true name won't change the fact that I still can't use her with her full potential. And I wasn't all that interested in the first place.
Okay, that's fine. But why?
I am basing this on my own understanding of the situation. In spite of whatever intention or efforts on your part to protect my true name, there are numerous ways with which an enemy could use magecraft to rip that knowledge from you. You have little resistance to magecraft. Skilled mage could easily take advantage of this. Should you fall under an enemy spell, you may reveal my true name, entirely against your will.
Oh, I get it. Yeah, you're right. Dia, why'd you minimize it?
I didn't minimize anything. Didn't touch anything.
It says
You're telling me
stream on.
Discord... You're telling me Discord is lying to me? Would Discord do that?
I guess
Discord is
would.
my friend, Dia. Discord doesn't lie to me. We are friends, and my friends don't lie to me.
Oh, my friends are in the
Yeah,
pewter.
you're right. I'd give it up the moment a spell was cast on me. Let's keep it a secret.
I appreciate
Fine,
your
Lily, you can
understanding.
rejoin us. The person we have to kick is Dia.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Unironically, though, it did get better when Lily left.
I think it just gets better.
Which I have a feeling
and
that would happen no matter who of us left.
Oh my god, did it get better when it left? Oh my god.
Yes, it did. So here's the thing.
It
I'm going
did.
to try leaving now and see if it still get better.
Obviously, the Kishu can't be me. I'm the chosen one.
Yeah.
Don't ask who
no.
chose me. Because you know I chose myself.
No, Allie chose you.
Real.
I chose Allie. I adopted her.
That's true. Is that my line right there?
Yep.
I guess you're allowed to talk.
Yay. I appreciate your understanding. Then again, I am not as renowned or distinguished as the likes of Berserker anyway. It may not make much of a difference, even were my name to be revealed.
He's lying.
Saber's tone is regretful.
You could have told me that before. Anyway.
I hadn't quite expected that. She seems to have a human side to her, which she lets show in revealing how she's frustrated she may be inferior to Berserker as a hero. That doesn't matter. An ace up your sleeve's only value is that it's concealed. I can tell you're trying to be creative since you ended up with such a terrible master.
Paused. Yeah, it's still.
Okay, Lily, we're gonna have to admit it. The person we have to kick is Dia.
But how can we continue?
I'll just recite it from memory.
What?
Oh, okay.
I need you to draw everything as it should be on screen, and I'll simply read it however the text should be.
That sounds like a good stream, yeah. But like, okay, so do you all have the game, or like if you streamed it? I don't.
I actually do own the game, but I'm not at this save point, so I'd have to prepare one. And Dia
Oh,
will be
yeah.
very sad if we have to reach the point where she is live streaming my stream instead of hers because she desperately seeks whatever scrap of control she can have in her miserable life.
Correct.
That is true.
Literally
So-
accurate.
So we keep going like this?
I'm not sure. Besides, don't you think Berserker's kind of unfair anyway?
It's Ben with hammer.
No, this is
Thank
too buggy.
you.
We have to call it.
Did it bug again?
Yeah, are you here?
I am.
Oh.
What? Hello?
You are? Oh my god, that was very long delay.
Oh my god. Okay, maybe I shouldn't stream, maybe I should try recording instead. Hello? Opinion on what I said? Hello? Wait, did they kicked me from the PC? What? Oh, now it can't connect. Huh.
So that's what happened.
Hello?
That's the background of when you delete her message. Just said, okay, deleting that for 10 minutes.
What?
This is
did
my
you just-
world and my story, and Dia should consider herself lucky to get to be a part of it. I disconnected Dia because she was getting such lag she couldn't hear us for nearly a minute at a time.
Ah, so it was
Yes,
Lily's
okay.
fault.
Oh
was-
my god,
it was-
die!
It was Dia's fault,
No.
yeah. Dia, we need a better internet solution for you to be able to stream this in the future.
Yeah, I don't know.
The alternative is very simple. I think I'm just going to catch up to this point in the visual novel on Steam for next time, and I'll just control it,
I'll give you my...
since I have a better internet.
I'll just send you my save with the
You
app
could.
data.
You could.
Want to play Civ
Oh,
5
yeah.
then?
I guess it's
Sure,
maybe
some-
Civ 5 time.
So why don't you send me that file, and I'll configure it?
Oh,
Let me see about that.
But let's do that for next week. Your people are asking to play Civilization.
And play Civilization now? Okay.
why
Sure,
not?
we can play 4-player,
Yeah.
and we can name all of our cities insults aimed at Yo.
Yeah.
Why?
Or insults aimed at Egg.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, she is inferior.
Man, I really wanted to read.
So who wants to
that.
name Egg Can't Draw?
Honestly, we should be creative and keep our names close to our chest.
Okay.
Names of what?
I do like boobs. That's a good idea. I'm sorry we couldn't do more here. It just the audio is actually kind of impossible. I am
Yeah.
sorry for the difficulty to you and your audience, but this was. Huh?
I'm sorry, my stuff is banned.
She's dying still. The stream
Yeah,
is,
stop dying.
The stream is
Why?
pausing right now.
Deal,
Oh,
you died
as
more than
yours-
Krillin by this point.
Need to ban.
Can't even click
Oh, good.
ban
You're doing it. Okay.
to the ban. Bah.
I was just about to.
Why really big?
Oh, hi, you're back.
She's dead.
I wasn't gone.
Why? What do you mean, why?
Because I hurt myself.
I'm a little concerned that you're having such Okay, so Dia, let's give this a minute here to. Okay, that doesn't
Of
count.
course you'd hear yourself.
Which minute? Am I a minute delay again? Marco? Hello?
Apparently, silence. The only thing
Yeah,
that she's
even
not allowed to
here.
give.
Bro,
She is, in fact, here.
why? Didn't hear you for like a minute.
Yeah, same.
Alright. Dia,
Are your
we've
parents
all
doing
been having
anything? Are they
conversations.
downloading movies? Are they torrenting movies and fucking... What's happening?
I think my mother's probably watching a movie in the other room.
Dia, this is like untenably bad.
Yeah, this is like hotel level of bad.
This is
No,
like
hotel
worse than that time that Egg was speaking French.
Really?
was worse.
Yes,
Hotel literally broke up. And I had to completely reconnect.
This is breaking up, my dear.
Oh my god, they're breaking up. Guys, drama channel time.
Oh my gosh, drama, Diamond Appendix and Lily.
Fucking finally some good fucking food.
Oh, fuck, shut.
Drama sustains the human race. Also, it looks like we're gonna need some time anyway because my Civ 5 won't open.
Why?
I don't know.
That's just mean.
And verify integrity of files. Also, there's a new version of the multiplayer mod, apparently.
Oh yeah, do we need a mod to play in multiplayer with more than 2 people?
No.
We don't need a mod for multiplayer with more than 2 people, but we need to make sure that nobody is using the multiplayer with mods thing for now.
Oh wait, this is my laptop. I think I still have it. How do I remove it? Steam?
You reinstall. Or is there an
Install.
uninstaller?
For the mod,
I-
multiplayer, no. You just
There
just
is.
delete the file.
I think there is an uninstaller.
did.
Am I wrong?
What
Uninstall
file?
for the game. But for the M patch, you just delete the file.
Okay, delete the file. then.
Where is it? That's...
Nuzzy, help with this. Nuzzy, you're in charge.
Aha! 6 files failed to be validated. Okay, it's fixing itself.
Okay,
Oh,
how do I...
Lizzie.
Okay, where are files? How find?
Hold on. All
Library.
right. I'm just gonna look it up on Civ 5 multiplayer patch. I'm just looking it up on GitHub and send the link.
Brown circle file, I guess. Is there anything that looks like the M patch? Oh, but it's not a folder. MP patch config debug. Install state.
Latest version of
Um,
mpatch here. Okay.
We didn't install it. Didn't install it.
This is not the same computer, dear. I am on my laptop now.
Same. Worsty.
Worsty? Fuck. Storm you.
Worcestershire sauce.
Worcestershire sauce.
It's not how
Watch
it's
your sister
pronounced.
sauce.
I am not like you, Nuzzy. I am not a weeb. I have not been indoctrinated.
Well, no, that's all the different ways that people have said that pronounced that before.
Worcestershire?
No, I'm accepting this into the server canon that Nuzzy has been indoctrinated and watched his little sister genre shows.
Okay, so what's the plan? Do we all download the patch, or do we...
No, we
Nobody
don't
uses
need
the
it.
patch.
No, I'm
So why-
just
yes.
for
Why?
that's just for if you have mods enabled. That's the only way you'll be able to play them.
Yeah, we don't
Yeah,
need
yeah.
the mod patch.
Yeah, so how do I
I'm just-
uninstall the fucking patch?
Why is Civ not loading is what I'm asking.
Or
Well,
because-
There we
Can
go.
you
It's
just
loading for
play
me now.
again?
Mine is
Please
loading.
validate the game files.
It automatically gets closed. What the heck? What's wrong with Civ now?
It's not something
what's
wrong
wrong
with
with
Civ,
you?
Dia. It's something wrong with Dia, Civ.
I have enough memory.
Oh my god, this
I
is
mean,
the
my
first time I've
PC.
opened Civ on this computer.
What?
So I see.
Why is my GPU using 100%? That's... I'm closing.
She's been hacked.
I'm closing VC face. This is insane.
Oh, it's so over.
I think VC face
Okay.
just shouldn't
Well,
be
I'm gonna
used
get a game running.
with multiple people in a call.
I'll be sure to join when you have it done.
I think maybe that's the issue. Maybe I will stop lagging now.
How? I mean, yeah, it uses a lot of lag, but internet and lag aren't the same thing. I don't understand.
I don't understand either.
How
It's
we're having...
magic.
No, when we're in a call with the two of us, it works. When you add one person, it doesn't work. It's insane.
I don't know, but it was the same when we played Among Us. Second.
Yeah, but Among Us is a different game.
Yeah, it lagged even with Among Us. It doesn't matter what game it
Yeah.
is.
Because it's a bigger game.
Already joining, Ben.
Anyway,
Yep, I see it.
so I see only 3 MP patch files in my Civ files. I just remove them and I'm good, or?
Bye bye, y'all. Is saving you wait another try? Just without the VTuber?
We can
Actually,
do that
you
if
know
you
what?
want.
I'm gonna go
I can
random.
try.
Are we doing teams or just like every man for themselves?
Oh, we always do teams because if we do every man for himself, then Dia gets mad when I kill her.
Gotcha.
We could do the 4 of us free for all, but you know, we would have to play by special rules, like no ganging up on people except Nuzzy, no, you know, nuclear weapons except on Nuzzy.
No banning trade except on Lily.
That's true.
Why?
That's weird because
Oh
I'm the
please, Lily,
Russian.
you had no problems about the no ganging up and no nuke except on Nuzzy Bart.
No, I was wondering why not Ben as well. Ben should be banned from everything.
Why is
The
it
joke
Well,
is
because
Ben can't
the
stop.
joke,
Fucking fate
the joke,
in Windows me?
What?
so the joke,
Look at the
Lily, is
stream.
that no matter what happens, I win.
Yeah, that is true. That's not even a fantasy.
Besides, we both know I trade with Ben even if you banned him from trade.
That's true. We just have too many bad jokes we need to share with each other.
Yes. We speak a language together.
Our
English?
people share a culture. You can't keep us apart, imperialists.
Oh my fucking god.
What the heck is wrong with the... Why?
You know
Yeah.
the video
What?
of God
Have you
and
seen the
Michelangelo
stream?
or whatever,
I'm seeing
where
it.
they're almost touching but not quite? That's me and Ben. Obviously, he's God.
Almost touching tips. Almost.
Why? Why?
Oh my god, Ben, stop.
No.
Wait, it's just there to why?
What?
Being bullied.
Well, all he said was we're almost touching tips.
I fucking pressed play game. Let it go. It's launching.
I love this gag. So
Oh,
what I've been
dear.
doing is I sent Lily about 20 requests to play and in sequence to spam her. It's essentially the Steam equivalent of a DDoS attack.
Lily, did you try and join through the first invite?
Oh,
Why
there
the
we go.
first one? I just pressed a random one.
So that never works. You had to
Okay.
go to the most recent one.
It's time to
Oh
use a
my-
DDoS.
DDoS.
The DOS attack.
So let's try reading again.
Ben, you
Maybe it's
disconnected.
better now.
Actually, I
Hold on,
disconnected
the
you,
model.
sorry.
An error connected
I'm
by
okay.
launching the game. Game already running. Oh my fucking god. Okay, it's happening.
Wait, what do you
Alright,
mean
there we go,
it's
I'm back.
already running?
Oh, god damn it.
Oh, wait, I'm not streaming. Let me stream the game.
You slut, Ben.
Caught me. You're right. I do, in fact, have people pay me for sex.
Hey, did you already start?
No, that's called being
Yeah.
a whore.
What's the
Sushi?
difference?
Oh my
Hello?
god. It crashed on me.
Wait, what crashed?
Sounds
Civ
like
or
low tier
my
shit.
stream?
Civ crashed for me.
Oh,
Validate the game files.
I'm
But
loading.
I didn't
back.
have the option to do that.
Right click
Alright,
properties.
Here we go. I am now able to
Where?
watch Gia's stream again. Besides, don't you think Berserker's kind of unfair anyway? There's no reason for you to get depressed about it. And from my point of view, you weren't completely inferior to that thing. You were injured pretty bad, but you were holding your own.
Tell him. What happened?
Are you watching the stream, Lily?
Which stream? Oh, you're streaming?
Mm-hmm.
On Discord, sorry, I didn't see. You may be right. I was caught off guard last night. But once my wounds are fully healed, things will go differently.
I bet. Okay, that's the first topic. It's the other thing you wanted to talk about.
Excuse me.
Yes, about that. I am afraid that this is something we are unable to resolve on our own. Servants maintain their form with the magical energy their masters supply. This is why a servant requires a master.
But because I'm a crap master, I don't have enough magical energy to maintain your body?
That is not what I'm saying. Even where I receive only a small amount of magical energy from my master, that would not be a problem. However, as of right now, I am not receiving any magical energy from you at all. The ley line connection we should have is not present.
That means... It means that while I'm supposed to be providing Saber with fuel for her engine, so to speak, I'm not. Saber, that means...
This is not a shortcoming on your part. Something must have happened at the time of my summoning. Some sort of error must have occurred, and the connection that should have formed between us failed to do so properly.
An error during your summoning? When Saber was called here, it wasn't any sort of summoning. It was just an accident. It's no wonder Saber's having these issues, since she was summoned that way.
Oh no,
Wait,
I summoned too quick.
Then what's going to happen? If you can't replenish magical energy, does that mean you're going to disappear soon? No, it means prepare your pantry.
Really?
You'll no longer be able to remain in this world.
Oh, didn't break up for
Dang
me.
it.
Ah. Odd. But it's been better, yes?
Yes.
Since I disabled my model. Let me check my...
But
50% of the
I mean, just now it wasn't good, but
By the way, your VTuber, your PNG tuber is still moving.
The PNG tuber is, yes, but... I mean, I used to have
It's
the...
still moving, by the way. It still talks.
Yeah? Why wouldn't it?
The old...
I downgraded
You had
from...
the other one, yeah.
Yeah, I downgraded from VTuber to PNG tuber.
yeah, she had a 3D one.
I think that was the issue. My GPU was overloaded. 100%.
What
Okay,
are you
well, we
using
can-
to stream? Maybe you should try streaming on CPU. That's what helped me, I think.
Wait, you can do that?
Yeah, you can, of course, you can change what you use for streaming.
For Discord or for OBS?
On OBS!
Ah,
Isn't OBS more CPU intensive than GPU intensive anyway?
Yes, but if you have everything on GPU, it's bad. Like, that's what I had on my crappy laptop to make it work, to stream Civ with VCFace and stuff, is that if you have a game plus VCFace on your GPU, it's actually better to put OBS on your CPU.
Yeah, that's what I was asking. Like OBS is more CPU intensive, so it makes sense to run it through CPU.
Yeah, but right now maybe you're streaming with your GPU. That's my question. What are you streaming with?
Sounds like
Where
it's a thing
can
you
I
do.
check that? File settings.
Settings, and it's output, video encoder. No,
I'm gonna be right back. Okay.
super fast, ultra fast, etc.
What is
It's
ultra
like that's for CPU.
encoder?
You need to select the times 264 encoder, which relies on the CPU processing power.
Yeah.
Video encoder
Go to settings,
hardware,
navigate to the output tab,
NVMe
in OBS settings,
H264. That is what I have selected.
advanced output mode.
Hardware.
So it's on your GPU. You said NVIDIA, blah blah blah.
No one on my. Oh, wait. They are all 264. What am I selecting? Software?
Open OBS set. Go to settings. Go to advanced output mode,
Advanced.
and under the encoder section, select times 264.
Hold on. Advanced. Output. Automatic stream delay. Recording. Video. Process
You want to go to
priority.
encoding.
Done. Recording. Stream delay. Automatically
Go.
connect network source. Hotkeys. General video. I don't see encoding.
You go in output, you go in advanced, you
Oh.
go in the
It's
streaming
all
little thing, and you
output.
have video encoder.
Nazi was fucking me up. He said to advanced.
I said advanced output mode.
Yeah, advanced output mode. So output, then you click advanced.
What I'm
Yeah,
seeing
it's the
is
same.
output and advanced are different options in settings.
Go to output mode
No.
first.
Output
Yeah,
one simple.
output, then
I see a
go
drop
in
down.
advanced.
See a drop down, but I can't select it.
Yeah, because you're streaming.
I
You have
guess
to end the stream so you can make these changes.
we can fuck around with this later.
Because
fine.
OBS will have to close out probably.
Hmm.
But yeah, you need to be streaming on CPU power.
Bye, Saber. We'll be back.
What Saber? What do you mean? I'm not cutting the stream, am I?
I don't know. Are you?
I don't want to.
Okay.
She acts like she'll have to do it now.
So we read?
We could.
I mean, Ben isn't here right now. You might as well do it. Fix it so it doesn't lag as much.
Yeah.
I will need to work with note. Yeah, let's cut for now.